Welcome back to the Roxy Pro. It's a beautiful afternoon and our world champ has hit the lineup. Tyler Wright wears the Jeep yellow jersey, meaning that she is still #1 in the world heading into a brand new season, looking to defend her title here at the Roxy Pro Gold Coast as well. She's in the second round taking on the trials champion Alyssa Locke, representing the home turf here on the Gold Coast and ready to take on the champ. During the break we got started, Joe Turpel alongside former world champ Martin Potter. Looks like Tyler means business in round 2 today.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, have a look at this wave, this opening wave for Tyler Wright. Just a little bit of a hiccup in round 1. Very tricky conditions, so unfortunately falling to Nikki Van Dyke. But I tell you what, Tyler Wright has not skipped a beat on this opening exchange. Young Alyssa Locke has got her hands full with the champ as Tyler Wright just tags this one all the way through the inside. Conditions are absolutely perfect right now. The waves are starting to fire, Joe.
Alyssa Locke also getting a wave during the break to answer to the world champ pots.
Yeah, just on her backhand, it's going to be a little trickier for her to fit those moves in these nice tight transitions, but she was the first one to greet her brother once he made it to the beach. But have a look at this wave here. Beautiful opening turn from Tyler. Off the bottom, just gouging into the face of that wave. Puts herself right where you need to be, right in the power source, right in the guts of this wave. Look at the conditions, Joe, absolutely perfect. And Tyler Wright is come to play here. She knows she's got to crank it up here in round 2. She can't afford really to stumble here.
Alyssa 2.33. We'll watch Tyler Wright lock in. And just for a moment, Tyler has to kick out. Alyssa now setting up her first big turn down the line. To reach her way back into the pocket. And now set up a little forehand slash down the line. A little bit of downtime for the trials champ to set up another big backside move. Try to force the issue off the lip and ends up incomplete.
Yeah, this is going to be an unbelievable experience for Alyssa, coming up against Tyler Wright, obviously.
Because they had a whole lot of meeting. That means she's going to surf on the championship tour level for the first time. Whenever you're a wild card, you surf against #1 in the world. She has her hands full with a fired up Tyler Wright, already with a 9.5. And she's flowing through some beautiful forehand hooks, all a little bit different. Layback power gouge, tail slides, everything in the book. She looks like she's had a perfect read on that wave.
Wow, she's surfing this heat like a final, Joe, that's for sure.
This is just a dominant force from her, and I think, after surfing like this, you could see her go on to win this event. She just looks so focused. Not to mention the waves are just ruler edge barreling down here. It's just so beautiful right now inside here.
Well, Strider, from your angle, are you noticing anything different from Tyler's approach from last season?
I am. I feel like, last season she was pushing really hard, yet kind of busting the fins out a bit. This year she seems to be turning just as hard, but engaging the rail more. Maybe it's a surfboard equipment change, but
8.0 in her last, and the waves are absolutely firing. Alyssa Locke, the local, getting into this event by way of the trials. Now she's just free to do her best surfing. She can unload, try everything she's got to break the combination. There's a big snap in the pocket. Stalling on the tail. This one's going to open up. Thought about getting barreled. Regroups for a solid finishing move, and she stays on her feet.
Yeah, well, she's in a daunting situation at the moment. As you said, Joe, combo of 17.51. It's a beautiful day, perfect waves. As we see her take off here on wave number 3. This is going to be her better wave. Nice little double ups, as you said, as you heard Strider talk about. Once it gets through this little Marley section, the wave does double in size and stand up and gets nice and critical, which allows you some really beautiful turns. You can see here just milking it all the way through. Now it starts to stand up. Sort of thought about the tube right there for just a second and then decided just to bang it nice and vertical. Free falls down and pulls it off. So nice completion right there from Alyssa.
With Kaipo.
Bronte, really, really good surfing on the backhand. I enjoyed the technique. I liked the tempo and the pace that you had out there. That has a little bit to do with that. You're second generation pro surfer. It's kind of in your DNA.
Yeah, we just grew up surfing in Gracetown.
A lot, with Kelly, with sort of Steph and Carissa on tour. So it just makes that world title a little bit more special.
Now rolling in from up the point, Tyler Wright will enjoy her time here in a one-on-one heat at Snapper Rocks here in round 2. She'll kick out of that one early. Nothing changing to her lead with 7:30 to go. We saw her brother do this earlier. Just reposition down the line, and sometimes it puts you in a money section on the bank. Quick wrapping cutback for Tyler. Drops that back shoulder to change up the variety of the carve. And she'll just sort of play with the whitewater. Cruising through this inside track, and she'll look for more. Nothing changing to her lead, still with an 8 and a 9.5 with 7 minutes to go.
Yeah, she's going to have to do something special to improve her situation. I think Tyler's going to have a bit of fun right from here on in.
Alyssa Locke, the local from here on the Gold Coast, enjoying this one-on-one heat, showing us a little bit of what she might be doing in the future on tour. Just 16 years of age.
They have, Joe, they have, absolutely. I mean, she's just loosening up, she's relaxing, she's realizing that, hey, you know, I'm in a pretty difficult situation at the moment. Why? Because this young lady is just on an absolute tear. This kind of wave really does suit her style of surfing, mixing it up with that sort of a layback turn right there from Tyler, just putting that rail in the water and driving off those fins. And you're talking about how Matt Bowles talks about Tyler about having a really heavy back foot, so her equipment has to be made accordingly. She likes to come off the bottom and drive off that back foot, so the boards have to be made a special way for Tyler.
We've seen that layback carve really evolve for Tyler Wright in her career. She's used it ever since she qualified, and we've seen it become more and more dynamic, more functional. She can use it in different sections, and she can hold her rail longer.
To come out and win this event gives you just that much more confidence moving forward.
Now making a move is Alyssa Locke. Gets a first turn out of the way through the whitewater. Great timing on the second effort. And now just carves it down the line. Another great connection on the backhand of Alyssa. Setup work to finish strong. Squares up off the lip and will stay on her feet.
Yeah, as you said, she's getting better and better. You can just see she's loosening up, having a little bit of fun.
So early in a matchup, sometimes you see it affect their headspace and they get nervous. Other times they switch their game plan and start opening up. Alyssa's showing some of her best in the later part of this matchup.
Yeah, well, that was the best turn from her, definitely. And again, right there, a couple of beautiful backside snaps. Just a little caught right there, but I love this vertical turn as well. She just gets that board nice and vertical. It's going to be probably one of her best scores. She's looking for something around about the 7.51. If she gets that, then she's out of that combo situation, but will then still need. It's going to take a lot of confidence moving forward, as you said.
90 seconds to go. We'll get to see one more ride of our world champ, Tyler Wright. Just a big carve. She's out of there. She might be looking to set up one more wave. And now setting up a fun-looking right-hander at Snapper Rocks. Tyler winding up for her big first turn. Set up carve off the top. She's got a lot of whitewater. So casually setting up this inside track. Wrapping it off the top, carving her way through. No matter how big Tyler's lead is, she always wants to finish off a heat nice and strong. And she will celebrate a solid performance here in round 2. We talked about the benefit of a lot of the surfers getting through the first round of competition. For Tyler, she might be happy that she didn't win her opening round heat because she got to surf classic Snapper Rock conditions today.
100%. I mean, you know, look at the conditions out there right now. They're just absolutely perfect. This is what you know, dreams are made of, really, to be able to have this lineup to yourself or with one other person in the water. So just another, you know, another heat too to warm up and make sure she's on the right board. Moving forward, she's going to be tough to beat going into round 3, that's for sure.
It's impressive when you look at how long this amazing right-hand point break is here at Snapper Rocks, and you see the surfers in the lineup. They're being guided by the water patrol to stay out of the way, but sometimes the waves link up so far that the best surfers in the world will end up in the free surf zone, and they get cheered on along the way, especially with a performance like that from Tyler Wright, with a huge total, a 9.5 out of the gates, an 8.0 on wave number 3 that go flying into round 3 action.